It took us literally 3 sittings, but that was kind of by design. But I did end up watching Killers of the Flower Moon, and I really, really liked it. It might have been that my expectations were so low because I really did not care for The Irishman. Thought it was a bloated, self indulgent mess that had no dramatic tension because I knew he was going to die because Jimmy Hoffa is one of the most famous mob deaths ever, mob disappearances, whatever. I, the length, I detested the length. It felt like a chore to get through. Not the case with The Flower Moon. Despite the fact that it's goddamn 4.5 hours long. Like at one point, me and my girlfriend were watching it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really into this. Like, I'm surprised that people said like it dragged, and there was. I was like, I don't think so. And we paused it. There were still 3 hours to go, and I was like, all right, well, let's wait and see. But no, it's great. Despite its length, it's actually pretty zippy. Like it's very efficient. I didn't feel like there was much wasted screen time at all. And it really didn't feel like a 4 hour movie. Like it was great. Like it was just a slow, steady burn all the way through. And it was extraordinarily well acted. I mean, De Niro, can't believe he still got it. Still got it. Fucking DiCaprio in like a whole other light. Never seen DiCaprio like this, where he's like this low status kind of, not idiot, but just sort of chucklehead, you know? And he's got this kind of weird laugh and these teeth. He was brilliant. And I lost DiCaprio in the role, you know? Like, I didn't see DiCaprio at all. I just saw, like, this performance. It was incredible. And just the storytelling was super efficient. It felt like Scorsese. It's got that signature violence. It was great. You know, depressing because it's a real true story. And I was reading about it afterwards, and a lot of it pretty much went down the way they said it went down. And you're not left with a good feeling at the end, but it's a very good. I mean, it was great. Like I authentically didn't expect to enjoy it, and I loved it. Really, really good. You know, Scorsese, man, that guy. You know, his body of work is impressive, but he's still pumping out hits like this late in life. Like The Wolf of Wall Street is excellent. It's one of the most fun movies, like male, like testosterone filled. And he's like making that shit like in his 70s. You're like, God damn, dude, you are a badass. Said Dildo, heard good things about it. Flower Moon, not The Irishman. That's a horrible simulacrum of that Guido's filmmaking style. Yeah, dude, that stunk. That was really, really bad. That choice to age down De Niro was a god awful, unforgivable choice. And giving him blue eyes was so damn distracting. Someone's face I've been looking at my whole life in movies, right? De Niro. He's an icon. I know he doesn't have blue eyes. It's so distracting. Like, stop. What are you doing? No. Don't do that. Munch on that white guilt snack, man. Matt, yum yum. I mean, it's there. It didn't give me white guilt. Like, I didn't feel like, oh, we're so bad. Why are we so evil? But it is implied in the depiction of this particular story. But it's also a true story. I mean, this guy murdered like something like 20 or 30 Osage to get their money. And it was real nefarious about it. You know, like you read the story, like what this guy did was dark. And it's real, you know? I mean, unless there's another side to the story that didn't come out. But it was pretty interesting. It was also like the birth of the FBI, you know, for what that's worth. Not that I'm a fan of three-letter agencies, but it was just it was very interesting. It was very, very good. I mean, I really liked it. I think if I had any criticism, I think maybe they rushed the ending. Like, I think they could have moved like the beginning of like the investigation towards more towards the middle of the film, instead of like using most of the film to build up just how bad these guys were and exactly how evil they were, what the crimes were. I think if they had gotten the investigation in, maybe it would have been a little more dramatic tension of like them not knowing if they're going to get caught and trying to hide from the law enforcement guys. But I mean, authentically, that was I really. Like, I don't like the subject matter. Like, I don't like being like in all these evil white people. I am quite sick of that story. But it's a true story, and it was a really damn good movie. But it left a sour taste in your mouth. You're just like, man, that stinks. That stinks. Heard that Indian chick killed her role. Yeah, no, cast was great. She really was very good. Um, she's great in the beginning, I think. It's a very good performance, but she's very passive for a long time. So you kind of lose her in the story. It's like she has these great. She is doing a great job, but for like half the movie, she's like sick and bad. So she's not really like that pivotal to like the story or anything like that. But she is good. I mean, she's very good. But I think also like kind of got to say that can't be like this movie about all these Indian murders. Boy, the white men in that movie were so good. You gotta be like, she's great, and she was. But I also, like I said, like half the movie she's like dying, and then like so it's like she's good, but she's not very pivotal to the story. It's really more about these dudes being real pieces of shit.